Welcome back to the Antique FANatic. We're glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at a fan in our collection. It's called the Diehl belt fan, commonly called a sewing machine fan, because it was mounted to a table where a sewing machine was mounted, and it was all driven off of a set of pulleys off one motor. So we're going to play around with it today and see if we can have some fun. So hang on. Philip Diehl was a machine designer for sewing machine manufacturer Singer Manufacturing Company. He developed a new electric motor that was suited for use in a sewing machine. In 1887, Diehl created the first ceiling fan that was directly driven by an electric motor. Diehl incorporated that year as Diehl & Company, changing the name in 1896 to Diehl Manufacturing Company. This is the motor I've chosen to try to power the fan today. One of the main reasons I chose it is because I've got multiple pulley options and I've got variable speed rheostat. We'll see if it works. Now we got to do a mock-up, try to figure out how we're going to mount it. Okay, so I got a rough idea. Got the pulley sort of in line. And I'm going to raise up the motor a little bit, just so that there's overlap of the flange. I'm going to build my base out of wood. This is just a piece of lumber I had laying around for scrap. So stay tuned. I gotta go to Lowe's and get some lumber. Do a little woodworking. I'm about to get all Norma Abram up in here. Okay, so I got it attached to the base. I used old slotted screws that I've saved because I wanted it to look, you don't want to put like torque screws and Phillips heads in something like this. It's just big. But, little marriage of technology. This belt that I have, you may not believe it, but that is 3D printed. Printed this with some flexible filament that I ordered, and played with it till I got something that would work. It's not real big, but it works for this application just fine because the pulley on this motor is smaller. This one's bigger, but this one's smaller, so this works for this application, as you'll see in a minute, rather well. And we're going to put the belt on. Lines up pretty good, and then we'll bring you over here and show you what happens next. Okay, here's the fan mounted to the base, and there's the belt. So the next thing we're going to do before we get too carried away, go ahead and put some grease in these grease cups, and then a little dab of oil in these oil cups. Now these things, this is just an accessory because, like I said, I think this was possibly used, I mean it says laboratory motor, but it could have probably been used in a dental office back in the day to run things. You get in here and get this out. These just unscrew. A lot like oil cups and a fan, but since they're mounted from the top, my belief is that they're grease cups, gravity fed grease cups. So we're going to put a little grease in them and just see what happens. I always like to make the biggest mess possible. You know, it makes me feel like I've really done something when I clean it up and everything goes back together. Yeah, I'm kidding. But my mom always used to call me Grace, because I didn't have any. Okay, so there you go. There's grease. And they put a dab of oil in those ports. And I hope I haven't got out of shot. Probably did, but anyway, see, there you go. Reset. This fan was one that I got from a dear friend. Been meaning to get around to working on it for quite some time. Just hadn't had much of that lately. Sometimes you like to think about things a little bit before you execute the plan too, so this has been coming together for a while. Love working on this workbench. Got that from the same friend. Just makes it extra special for me. Oil cup back here. Grease rather, sorry. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of oil in the motor. Won't take a lot. And I hope I can do this without blocking your view, but those of you that are sticking with me this long probably have oiled motors before and don't need a visual. Well, it's almost test time. Okay. We got powered. We got powered to it. 110. I'm going to show you over here. We're going to see what all we've done. Got it greased, oiled, and mounted to the platform. Well, let's turn it on. Go ahead and crank her wide open. I don't plan on running this fan a lot, but it's something that I can just show off and show how it works. People visit the shop and are interested, but it's a piece of history. Now you have to admit that's pretty cool. I mean, what else are you gonna do on a Saturday morning? Except get out in the shop and tinker with some old stuff. I had a blast. And I'm glad you came along and shared the experience with me. I hope you enjoyed it too. Maybe it'll inspire you to do something a little different in life. You can go deer hunting, write a book, whatever. Or you can play with some unique stuff, make something cool out of it, learn some things. So feel free to share with your friends, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for stopping by.